seeing crazy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action with Hurts. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. The Eagles at 8 and 2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the 35 on 2nd down, Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Hurts. Dancing to his left. And Sanders has got it complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay finding space at the 40, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Devin Duvernay, 79 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
A pitch comes to Sanders, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick-6, and they widen the lead. At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Open man downfield is Duvernay. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one. Now here's a throw that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away. I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance, if they want, to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. A third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. 38 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And a short gain down to about the 33. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And room there to work it inside the 25. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Philadelphia, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire